Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about the process to redirect the output of tail command. Okay, those who have already covered the last session for means the session for the head command, there also we discuss the process to redirect the output, right? So you can relate it with that session also, right? Because in tail command we are fetching the bottom n number of records. So just assume a scenario where you have fetched the bottom n number of records, but that is not permanent, right? Because every time when you are hitting the command, then only it is returning the data. But just assume a thing where we are supposed to store that data into a particular file. So in that case, what we can do, we can utilize the this process that we are going to discuss today in order to store the output into a particular file. Clear? So in this session, how we are going to proceed with the means the session, like firstly I'll tell you the requirement. We will understand the requirement. We will see all the test files and the data that we are going to use for the demo purpose. And once the requirement part is clear, then we will discuss and then we will see like how we can utilize the same process. Like once requirement is clear, then we will understand the query. We will try to hit some queries and try different scenarios. One is for the normal data transfer and another one is for data embedding. Okay, and once everything is clear, then we will discuss like how we can utilize all the commands on cl program. Yes, or through cl program. Fine. So let's start with the requirement. So for requirement, you just need to write here work lnk, because here I'm gonna show you some of the files that we are going to use for the demo purpose. Okay, so once you write work lnk, it will open this work with object link screen. Now on this screen, we have default directory. You can see this is my default directory, which is /home/Sharmit. And here the name Sharmit is representing the username. So let's say if your username is ABC, so in that case your default directory would be /home/ABC. Fine. Now I'm gonna take one file as an example. So let me take that file. Yeah, this is the file. So if I take option 5 here, you can see this file contains some test records like testing row 1 to testing row 25. Okay, so just assume a scenario where we are supposed to store the bottom 7 records from this. Okay, so for that, what we can do, we can copy simply this path. Okay, so what we will do, we will capture the bottom 7 records and we'll store it into a file. So for that, you just need to write here qsh. What qsh will do, it will open the qshell command entry screen. Now on this Qshell command entry screen, let's say if I hit the command only normal tail command. So what will happen if I write tail, then -7, then space, and then the path of my file. So right now if I hit enter, it will just show me the data. So these are the bottom 7 records, right? But the moment when I press F3, and if there is nothing saved, right? Because everything is removed at like when we hit the enter or F3, then it removes the data. So that was not the permanent storage. So today we will discuss how we can store it permanently. So for that, you just need to write here tail, then a space. After that, write -7, then your file name path, so /home/sharmit/abc.txt, and to store it permanently, you can use right angular bracket, then a space, and just provide the file name where you want to store it. If your file name is new, then it will create the file with that name. Otherwise, it will replace the existing data. So you can see aabb.txt. If I hit enter here, it has been saved permanently. But how we can verify that? So to verify that, we have two options. Either we can go with a cat command, because cat command is also used to display the data. So I can write cat, then space, then you can write the file name or the path. So let's say if I go with path /home/sharmit/aabb.txt, on pressing enter, you can see it printed the bottom 7 record which we have stored. So here we are not retrieving bottom 7 record. Here we are just retrieving the saved data. Clear? So it provides us the saved data. Now let's say if I want to verify the same thing through work.lnk, so you can simply write here work.lnk and then hit enter. Search for that file which is AABB.txt. Here you can take option 5, and here you can see that we have the record like testing row 19 to testing row 25, which we just transferred or redirected from tail command output. Clear? Fine. Now another thing, suppose I want to retrieve the data, let's say if there is another file, for example this file, okay, rrY.txt. So I want to transfer bottom 3 record from this file also, and in AABB.txt file without replacing the existing data. So in that case, what we can do, we can simply copy this path of file, then simply go to the QSH, and what QSH will do, it will open the Qshell command entry screen. Here you can simply write tail space hyphen 3 top for bottom 3, then provide your file path here, which is /home /sharmit /rry.txt rry.txt, and instead of using single angular bracket, because if you write in this way, so what it will do, it will replace the existing data, but we don't want to replace the existing data, right? Instead of that, we want to append the data to the existing data. Okay, so for that what we can do, we can simply use here double right angular bracket. So this time if I hit enter, what it will do, it will fetch the bottom 3 records from the file, and that bottom 3 records will be redirected to AABB.txt file as appended data. So to verify the data, you can simply write here cat AABB.txt and hit enter. So it will print the top 7 record which was already existing in that file, and then that recent 3 data that we have appended through this tail command. Okay, so I think now it is clear how we can append and redirect the output of tail command into a new particular file. Fine. Now I think if it is clear, like for case sensitivity, there is no need to put any attention to this thing, like you can go with capital TAIL also, so it will work accordingly. Okay, so now it's time to see how we can utilize the same thing through CL program. So it's a easiest way, like I have already created one program, so I'll walk you through this program. So this program is to use tail command to redirect the output. For that you just need one variable, so simply write DCL and provide your variable details, which is command, storage is type is character, storage and length. After that you can write simply chgvar, and chgvar will ask for command variable name, then put your command. Here I'm appending the other 2 record using tail command, so tail -2 abc.txt into AABB.txt. Okay, but if you want to replace it, then use single angular bracket, because single angular means it will redirect the output, and double angular means it will append the output. Then simply write strqsh, provide your variable name, and it will execute your Qshell command. Clear? So let me compile this and call this. So the moment when I call this program, it is executed successfully. So to verify data, you can simply write qs, yeah, here also we can check qsh AABB.txt, enter. So you can see the first time when we redirect the output, it was, these are the data that was returned, then we appended this from Qshell command, and then these bottom 2 rows we have appended through CL program. Okay, same thing you can verify with work.lnk command. So if I write work.lnk, enter, so here we have AABB.txt, which also shows the same output. Okay, so these are the all steps that we can perform in order to save the data into AABB.txt file. Okay, so today we discussed like both the ways how to redirect the output, as well as we discuss how to append the data to the existing data. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.